If you ever want to do an alternator on a Fiat Doblo 2019, don't. So this is the one that's got the 1.9 Fiat engine in it, and this is the same engine that's in a Vauxhall Combo van, Insignia, that. So in order to get to this thing, this alternator, there's the new one getting ready to get installed. You have to take the computer, I'll show you. The computer's up here in the bulkhead. There it's here, it lies upside down on the bracket. Remove these multi-plugs. Then you've got to take its mounting bracket off as well. That's that there. Then there's the multi-plugs for the computer. Then you've got to remove this relay box as well and pull everything to one side in order to get down the back there. Now it is possible, but it's really tight to get these bolts out. And we found you had to remove the, I think it's an adjuster or something like that. This bit up the top here. Take that right off, and then the other bolt that holds the alternators underneath it. And then to get the alternator bolt from this side, from the bottom, you do it from underneath. That was easier. Then the whole thing squeezes out up here. Two-man job. So it ain't easy. But that's the best tips I can give you today. Clear the deck there. So I showed you doing the alternator. I'll give you the salient points for doing the alternator. So we put it back together and we got rid of that noise for the alternator, because I'll show you what it was. Is it? Hold on, it's, here's old alternator here. So, oh, it's doing it. It's got one of these, what do you call it, clutch arrangements on it. It's like the slip and clutch. So I don't know. But the actual thing goes in and out. You make it go, Roddy. Oh, there you go. So that there's movement in the spindle or whatever like that. And it has got a clutch here. If you spin it, maybe we can capture it on the camera. Go and spin it. And hold it, Ken.
No.
That's it.
That's it.
Clutch arrangement. So, that was faulty. So we took it for a run, and then we could hear what you describe as a whooshing noise. And we thought, that's the turbo that's making that noise. So I thought, let's just look at the codes first of all, so I'll show you them. So the codes on the machine revealed, well, three in the BCM, the body control module, so that's nothing to do with it. But we went into the ECM, so we've got an air mass meter code and an air temperature sensor fault code. Now that could be just because we have disconnected the air mass meter. But there was nothing for turbo. So we went back and had a visual. We went back and had a visual inspection of the turbo, which is at the front there. And then we done a smoke test, and it actually revealed it. But you can see there's my mirror there. See in the middle of the show? There's a hole in the turbo. So not knowing what that hole is, that's the root, that's the cause of a whooshing noise, so there's air escaping. But funny, it's no generated a code. So we're like, why is there a hole there? So we went on the internet, and we looked at Autodoc, and you see this spinning picture. There's a pipe coming off the turbo. You see that? That pipe there. So we're like, what would that pipe be for? Because there's no any associated pipe work we can see hanging off. So the only thing I can think of is that's maybe a pressure relief valve. And because it's no going anywhere. So we need to price up a new turbo for this thing. Because clearly we're going to have a lack of boost because half it's escaping. But there you go. If anybody else has came across that in a Doblo, which is the engine, it'll be the same as the Vauxhall Combo. But that little pipe. So there is the new turbo installed, right? And here's this little bit here that broken off. Now I said I thought it was a pressure relief valve. It's actually just a mounting bolt. It's ready. Mounting area for a screw or something like that. So how that's managed to be dislodged from there, we will never know. Oh, aye. That's right. So there's the old one. It's just came away. So not only someone's trying to mount some on that and just broke off.
It's just a screwy hod something.
Aye, but it's not a pressure relief valve. It's just a mounting bolt hole.
Aye,
bolt hole. That's all it is. To tackle this job, there's a few pointers I'm going to give you. See this mounting, this bolt at the top here. There's one there, and then there's two underneath that you have to get from underneath. Now you need what do you call it? You need gas to heat these bolts up, and they need to be heated up quite regular. So heat it up, turn off a wee bit, then it'll go tight, then heat it, and then keep going, work away at it. Then the other thing was, the oil return pipe. It's a 15mm bolt, it's underneath there, it goes right in the engine. Sorry I can't show you that. It's difficult to get it. And so when you put the 10mm bolts for the oil return pipe into the turbo, they're a bit awkward as well. And one of the most difficulties we had was when we put the new turbo on, was trying to mate it back up with the exhaust. So what we had to do is see the two bolts that are in underneath the manifold that hold this on, loosen them, then tighten it back up. But even at that, slight engineering tolerance difference, I would say, so we had to put a wee bit gum just to seal it up. But it's all back together now, and I probably should go like a rocket now, but I think that's the only other thing we can tell you. Well, you had to remove these injector connections, because that's the oil feed pipe there, and it's underneath there. Anything else? No. I think it's all good to go, but not a cheap job as ever. So with the new turbo on, we went at the scan tool to see if there's anything in here that would say new turbo fitted, but I cannot see nothing at all, so must be not needing anything. Only system test, EGR, speed limit setting. No, nothing there. I cleared out the codes, so we're going to take it a run. Let's see configuration. Automatic, diesel particular. No, nothing. So let's monitor some of the PIDs as we give it a run. Right. So there's our turbo, so we're just at idle here, so we'll give it a run up the road and see if we can reach. There's our target pressure, and that's the actual pressure we're getting at the moment. So here we're going down the road, so we've watched that's your position. You know when that comes lower, that figure, the turbo's shutting to control the boost. So we're getting up to 1600 millibar. So it said at one point it's looking for over 2000 millibar, this one on the right hand side, so we boot it. Well, that's it. We got to 2,500, 2.6. Ah, that's spot on, or near enough I would say, so that one matches that one. And you can see that when we reached our full boost, the turbocharger actuator command went low to limit the boost. So we'll call that a fix. Turbocharger with a hole in it, never seen that before.